Hi, welcome to this week's VSee Academy and our Basic VSee onboarding training today. So you can't see me. My name is Anne, but Becky here, she'll be doing the training for you. Just a quick, let me see if I can, anyways, just a few quick housekeeping assignments. Go to webinar. Appears to be having some issues today. So let me just get a show of hands if everyone's hearing okay. So there's a little hand raising icon if you can click on that. Yeah, okay, so Robert has his hand up. Yeah, I got several hands. Okay, so it looks like sound is working for most people. So this session will be recorded and it will be made available following this session. Please put in your questions that you have via the chat and we'll do a Q&A at the end. And I also want to let you know that next week, we won't be doing a training, but we will have a special guest speaker talking about telemedicine billing and coding. So that'll be a really nice, I know people always have a lot of questions about telemedicine reimbursement and how do I code this? So that'll be a really good webinar to join next week. So it's the same time on next Thursday. And then also, we're also helping to host a Getting Started webinar series. So I really recommend that you sign up for that series. We had a great talk on Monday on malpractice, and then we actually had a coding and telemedicine reimbursement session on Wednesday. And tomorrow they're going to be talking about using telemedicine for patient-centered care. So I really recommend that you sign up for those. That's just on vsee.com/webinars. And if you sign up for one of those, you'll get signed up for all of them. So now let me go ahead and pass the time then to Becky to get started on the Basic VSee Clinic training. Thank you.
All right, let's go. Okay, I'll try to share my screen. And can you please make me the presenter? Okay. Right. Okay. Right. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Can we get a show of hands for that? Are you seeing the screen share okay? Yep.
Okay,
yep.
I see. My video window is not blocking my screen, right? Because I have a GoToWebinar video.
No, it looks fine.
Okay, great. All right, welcome everybody. My name is Becky Wei, and I am VP of Sales. And if you need follow-up questions to be answered, please feel free to reach us out to sales@vsee.com. All right, so today we'll be covering the Basic VSee Clinic training, and at the end we will have a Q&A session. And then after that, if you have more time, then I'll be happy to cover optional features. Those are the enterprise level features such as like scheduling. All right, but for today, the outline is getting started. How do you log into your VSee Clinic, and how do you install video software, which is VSee Messenger, and how do you invite patients to your VSee Clinic? And how do you make calls to your patients, and most importantly, for those who already have your websites, like how do you integrate VSee Clinic into your website? So these are the outlines that we'll be covering today. Okay, and getting started. Okay, so before you start VSee, make sure you have a compatible device. It could be a PC, laptop, or a Mac with a webcam and microphone. We just mentioned about webcam and microphone because you would like to do the video call with your patient. It'll be more comforting and more familiar if you show your face to your patients. But if you don't have it, that's fine. At least you should have a microphone and speaker to do an online telehealth consult. And if you prefer the mobile devices such as iPhone, iPad, or Android phones, you can also use VSee Clinic on your mobile devices. We normally don't recommend because of the small form factor, or you might be like, holding your phone, on your hand, and then, it might be moving a lot for your patients to see. So, it might be dizzy for them, or you don't look as, professional as you would think. Unless you can put down your mobile devices on your desk, make them stable, and then get ready for a kind of like a long time consultation. And then the next one is how do you log into your clinic web portal. So usually after you sign up for the Basic VSee Clinic on our website, it's a self-service. So you can just go to vsee.com and then sign up for the Basic VSee Clinic. So after your sign up, you will get the welcome email from VSee. In that welcome email, you will have your VSee Clinic link inside and also your login email. So those information will be in your welcome email. And then after that, you go to your clinic link and then you log in, and then, I'll show you how you can install the video calling software, which is VSee Messenger. And then lastly, you need to get your patients, invite patients to your web portal. All right, so log into your online clinic. Like I mentioned before, watch out for your welcome email. Once you get the welcome email, click on your online clinic link, and then it will prompt you to log in. So here you can click here to log in as a provider. And then once you log in, you will see this dashboard. On the left-hand side, you see currently in the waiting room empty. And then on the right-hand side, you will see the reminder. So at this point, I will switch over to the live demo and then to show you other features. All right. So this is my provider dashboard. Right now, I log in as a Becky Wei. This is my provider dashboard. So if you see this currently in the waiting room view, you are successfully logged in. So the first thing you want to do after you logged in is test your computer. So if you click on your name and then click on test computer, and then it will ask you, have you installed a VSee? If you haven't, if this is your very first time, please go ahead and install VSee. And the application is downloaded on your browser. Please keep in mind that this is a desktop environment, so I'm using my laptop and I'm showing you how to install VSee on your laptop. All right, and then let me open this folder, open. And then it will take a few moments to install the VSee. Just be a few seconds. All right, and then I think the application is behind. Oh, it's on my second screen. Okay. Right. So my application is installed. Once you are done installing, you will see the installation completed page. It was on my second screen, so you can see that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but you should see the installation completed screen, and then you just click on OK. All right. After you are done installing the video calling software called VSee Messenger, you just click on Next. All right. Next step is running the audio and video setup. So this is getting your audio and device ready for VSee. So before I run that test, let me mute my video on GoToWebinar so that my webcam should be available. Okay, stop sharing. All right. Because if I run the audio and video setup here, but the GoToWebinar is still using my webcam, then my test will be stuck in that stage. That's why I need to mute the GoToWebinar webcam first, then click on Run Audio and Video Setup here. See the browser warning page like this, asking you to launch application, kind of like a confirmation. In that case, just go ahead and launch application. And you may also click Remember My Choice, so you don't have to do it the next time. All right, okay, so now I'm done with the audio video setup. So I'll just click on Close and then come back to my page. All right, now my computer is ready and I need to invite my patients. So let me click on Invite Patient. Okay. And then here you can invite your patient through email. So you can type in your patient email addresses here. Okay, and click Enter, right? And you can invite multiple patients at the same time. You just keep on typing your patient's email list here, and then enter. Then you can click on Send Invitation to send out the invitation. Or if you just want to copy the instruction, come here, and then you can copy this instruction, and then you can post it on your social media or any other means. But if you look at the invite content, the main content is the link for your patient to click on. This is the same link as in the email as well here. This is the link that my patients will be clicking on when they want to see me through my online clinic. So let me show you how it looks like on the patient end. By the way, Anne, I think your microphone is still active. I just want to make sure that you are aware of that.
It's not, I'm not sure where the sound is coming from.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, make sure all the other microphones are muted. Okay. Right, thank you. All right, so let me show you how it looks like on the patient's end. Okay, so this is the link that I am sending to my patient through invitation. So this is how my patients will see. So you see, welcome to Becky VSee Clinic, and then it's like, no information on this page. Is very plain and boring looking. So how do you personalize your clinic? You can do that in your provider account. So if you click on your name and go to my account. So this is my account where my information will go. So I can click on edit. And then first, let me upload a photo. Okay, that's my profile picture. And I can also change my name, or I can add a prefix like doctor and suffix like MD. And I can include my short bio here. I have copy pasted here. Let me wait. Okay, this is going. Okay, I'm gonna tell my patients a little bit about myself. And if you would like, you can also add like education and training, professional interest, etc. here. And I just click on update. All right. So once you get into your clinic, make sure if you have multiple clinics, make sure which clinic you are, adding the description. So yes, by Becky VSee Clinic, and the room description. Let me copy paste here. Okay. So here, room description, anything you want to, talk about your practice or any information that you want to give to your patient. So you can put it here. And down here, let me update that. Okay, changes saved. All right, let me refresh it. All right, so the information that I just entered, it shows up on my clinic for the patient to view. So now patient can see my information, my bio, they can see my picture. So again, if you personalize your clinic, it looks more comforting and more inviting for your patients, and then they know that this is your clinic. All right. So at this moment, I will switch to the patient side. I will show you how patient can enter the waiting room, and then, as a provider, how you can call a patient. All right. So let me go into the waiting room. Again, this is a patient. So as a patient, they have multiple options to use this platform. They can sign in with their Google account, or they can also sign up a new account. And then let me go back here. Or they can also enter waiting room as a guest. So let me go ahead with guest. After I show you how to call a patient from your waiting room, I'll show you how patient can sign up. I'll show you the patient sign up workflow. Okay, so patient, let's say Sam Smith, reason for visit, headache. And here you can upload a file. It could be a document, it could be an image. So let me click here to browse files. I'll do desktop. Okay, I'll choose a brain scan. So I just uploaded my brain scan. And here is I gave my consent to participate in this telemedicine consultation. So, if your patient click on this, and then they can read about the terms and conditions that you upload, or you can use our default one. If you would like to upload a customized consent form, please definitely let us know, and then we can do a customized consent form for you. And also for this intake form, if you would like to customize it, we can also do that. So these intake form and then the consent form are customizable. Okay, let me click continue. Okay, now I am inside the waiting room. And then also for patients, if it's their first time doing this, then they need to install VSee as well. Otherwise, if they already have VSee, then they can click to proceed to consultation. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you how to install VSee because it's a very similar process that I showed you earlier. All right, so patient is about to launch their video. So let me show you how it looks like on the provider end. Okay, this is my provider screen. Let me go back to dashboard. Okay, so on the provider side, let me make this a little bit bigger. You see there's one patient under getting ready stage. This is a Sam Smith, that's me, that I enter into my waiting room as a patient. So you see this patient under the getting ready stage. It means that the patient is still, filling out the intake form, or the patient hasn't launched the video application. So that's why they are under getting ready stage, and then their status is offline. So once they launch their video window, they will get into the ready for visit stage. All right, so let me go ahead and proceed to consultation on the patient side. All right, open VSee, yes. All right, so once you are in a call with the patient, there are a few other features that you can do. So for example, let me minimize this one. If I want to share my PowerPoint slide, I can just bring it to the foreground like this. Make sure the window that you want to share is active by clicking on the window. And then once the window is active, you see at the top right corner, there's a green V share button. And you can click on that one, and then you see how the orange border shows up here. The orange border surrounding my web browser, it is an indicator telling me that this region has been shared, and then the patient or the remote side can see it. So Anne can see my PowerPoint slide, and we can also click on the pen button, we can annotate it, kind of like a whiteboard feature. And you also have the text. Yeah. So this is kind of like a collaboration tool once you get into a video call. All right. Yeah, I can see your arrows. And yeah. All right. Yeah, this is one of the most top questions, like, how do you share a PowerPoint slide, or how do you share a picture? So let me share this. And again, if you want to share a picture, if you have a picture, just open it up just like that. And then that picture window has a V-share button again. So click on that V-share button, and then you can share, and then also you can annotate on this screen. All right. Okay. All right, and then the other thing is, for the default Basic VSee Clinic, we made it the one-to-one video call. So for people who want to do group video window, they ask, like, how can they bring another member into this video call? By default, you cannot, because we are making it as a private one-to-one call. So for example, if I accidentally call this patient John, and then he will get into the video call, but John cannot see Anne. Patients, they don't see each other. They will only see me, just in case if you, make a mistake and then call another patient in the waiting room. That's okay, no big deal, because patient, they don't see each other. So that's by default. And if you would like to do a group video call, to bring in a family member or to bring a translator, in that case, you need to let us know. Then we can turn on the conference mode. Then you can bring in multiple people into the call, and then you can do the group video call. And then how many people can you have on a group video call? So it depends on your network. So for example, right now I'm on my laptop and I'm using a Wi-Fi, very stable Wi-Fi. And then Anne is also at home and using her Wi-Fi. In that case, you can have like 5 to 6 people joining. But if someone is on their, like iPhone, and then their like 3G, 4G is very weak, then that may affect the entire group video call. So in that case, you may want to limit to like 3 or 4, depending on their network signal. If they have a very weak network, then you may not be able to do the group video call. All right. And then the other thing is the difference between VSee Clinic and Zoom waiting rooms. The main difference is that you only need to invite your patients once, because your clinic URL will be the same. So if you go back to invite patient, and then as you can see, this link for your patients is always the same. So you just need to invite your patient once, and then every time they have appointment with you, and then they just come to the same link. They don't have to use a different clinic link. So they can click on the link, they can bookmark it on their web browser, and then just come to the same page every time. So you do not need to generate a new waiting room, or you do not need to invite again. It's the same thing. All right. Okay. And then let me see what else. Oh, okay. The next step will be the providers on the mobile. So let me show you. Before I do that, hey Anne, I'm gonna hang up on you and then show the quick survey. All right. Providers on the mobile. Okay, so for those who want to use mobile devices, such as iPhone, iPad, and Android devices, you can also do that. It's very similar to the web version. So you just open up your welcome email where you can find your online clinic link. So just open that welcome email and then click on that VSee Clinic URL that you received. Click on that, and then once you click on that, the page will open. It will open on your mobile web browser. So once you get that, same thing, you log into your web portal, and then once you're logged in, click on the top menu box, and then you can click on the test computer. Same thing that you did on your web browser. So when you click on test computer, the application knows that you don't have a VSee video calling software, which is a VSee Messenger. So it asks you to download VSee. So you just click on install VSee, and then if it's your iPhone, it will open up Apple Store or Google Play Store for Android phone. Then you just download the VSee Messenger app. So once you are then downloading VSee Messenger app, same thing, just like on your web browser, you don't have to do anything else. Just leave that VSee Messenger application in the background. You just come back to your web browser to look at your dashboard to see the patients in your waiting room, and then you can make a video call from your web browser. All right. Okay. All right. So this is the provider experience on mobile. Okay. All right. You can see my screen now. Okay, so right now I want to show you how your patient can sign up for an account. So if you can see right now, this is the link for patient. So your patient will get this link in their invite email. They click on it and then come to this page. So they can sign up for a new account by clicking on sign up, and then they can sign up with a new email address. I mean, with their email addresses. To VSeeLab.com. Sign up. All right. After they sign up, they need to check their email to complete the sign up process, meaning that they need to complete their first and last name. They need to set their password to log into this portal. And then after they have done it, they can log in. Just click on login. And then here you can see login button. That login is for the patient. And you also see the tab for provider. So that's for the provider login. So make sure you know where you need to log in. So for patient, just click on login, and then they can log in with their email address and lab.com. Let's see. Right. Okay, now I logged in as a patient Sam Smith. Make sure when the patient log in, make sure they log in with their email address and password. I know that a lot of people mentioned that their patient, have trouble logging into their web portal. Maybe it's because they are logging in with their name or other username. For VSee, we don't do any username. You just need to use your email address and password to log in. All right. So once the patient is logged in, they just need to click Enter Waiting Room to see a provider. Or same thing as before, if they need to get ready for the telehealth visit, they can click on Test Computer to make sure all of their video and audio devices are ready. So if you click on Test Computer, same thing on the provider side, it will ask you to install VSee, and then you can go ahead and install VSee again. And then after that, you can do the audio and video setup again. So let me click on next. And then they can also run audio and video setup. Very similar experience that you set up your audio video devices as a provider. So they need to go through that as well. Okay. Yeah, after that, they can just go into the enter waiting room, like I showed you previously. All right, that's pretty much for the patient sign up. And then the next topic is like, how can you embed VSee into your website? So if you want to do that, let's say if you already have a website, so let me show you one of our customers, how they are using it. This page. All right. So this is our customers page. Their company's name is Telly here. They are doing the remote hearing device test. So for their patients, when they come to the website, main website, that you see the big button, Consult Now for patient. So if the patient click on Consult Now button, then that button show you the VSee Clinic page over here. This is an intake form. So if you want to do that, you can definitely ask your web developers to link from your website homepage to the VSee Clinic landing page. So this is one example. And another example I can show you is the different one. Right. Okay. So this is one of our customer, Pacific Coast Psychiatry Associates. So for them, their use case is a little bit different. They have all of these providers and they have their own waiting room. So each provider have their private waiting room. So this is another use case. This use case, each provider, they want to have their own waiting room because they don't share their patients. They have their own patients. So that's why we set up individual waiting rooms for each provider. Other use case will be, you have like 5 providers, but you just want to use a single waiting room. So all the provider can log into the same waiting room and then they can call patients from the same waiting room. That's fine as well. All right, for example, if I want to call Ryan, I just click on enter virtual waiting room for Ryan. Then it will redirect me to the VSee Clinic landing page. Remember, does it look familiar? This is the VSee Clinic intake form page. So from your website to this landing page, all you need to do is ask your web developer to create a button, and then you just embed your VSee Clinic URL inside that button. It's kind of like a hyperlink button. So, for the web developer, that's quite easy to do that. So talk to your web developer if you want to link that. Yeah. For VSee, we don't provide that service. And then once you get your VSee URL, you just have to embed it on your website, and then we don't charge you anything for that. Okay. All right, I believe that's the end of my training presentation for today. We can take questions right now. But first, I need to fix my...
Okay, so I have a question from Elizabeth. So clients who are seeing me when I was using VSee Messenger, so VSee Messenger is just the video chat app, are now complaining they can't use their previous VSee logins to log into VSee Clinic, and they're forced to sign in as a guest. Is there a workaround? So okay, so the answer is there isn't really a workaround. They're just going to have to, so they can't, because the VSee Clinic is separate from the VSee Messenger. It's a different product, so they actually need to create a VSee Clinic account. So if they want to just be able to log in. And then, let me see. All right, and so Becky, she's still having trouble with her sound, so we're going to try to get through the questions that I can answer. And I think Becky already answered this. The patient is unable to move from getting ready stage to the online, so to get into the waiting room. So sometimes that is because there might be a camera or something. So they might be using another app such as Zoom or Skype or something. And so that might be fighting for their camera. And so VSee they aren't able to move forward in VSee. So what we recommend is that they exit, and they just completely exit, and then they exit out of any of their applications that might steal the video or their mic, their webcam or their mic, and reboot the computer and start fresh with VSee that way. So that should help solve some of those issues. And I think I answered some of these in the text chat too. So is the only way for patient to enter is through an email invite. So you can use so that's the nice thing about the VSee Clinic is you have a link, and it's always there, and you can send that link however you want. I mean, you can send it via text, you can send it via email, you can say it over the phone even. So they can always it's very easy. They can always get to your clinic storefront, your clinic link. All right. Okay, so how does the client come into the waiting room? So that's so the client doesn't, so they enter their information, and then I think that the part that's a little bit tricky is when they're asked to either proceed to the consultation or to get VSee. So the first time they do it, they'll have to get VSee, but they don't have to create an account, they don't have to log in or anything. So they just need to have the app on their computer. Once that's done, they just proceed to consultation, and they just automatically get dropped into the waiting room. Okay. Let me see.
Oh, I can hear you, Anne.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You're back.
Wait, I just started my laptop. GoToWebinar audio setting was stuck.
Yeah, GoToWebinar is having issues today.
Yeah.
So we're really sorry about that. Yeah, I checked their status page, and it's like people are having trouble with getting in and things.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
Yeah, so there's a couple. So I have I don't think we got to troubleshooting. So someone is asking about how they're getting stuck in the waiting room. Like apparently there's too much traffic, so they can chat with each other, but they can't ever get to the video part. So do you have any recommendations for troubleshooting that?
But they can send the chat messages from waiting room, but they cannot launch the video call?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, it might be the issue with the the devices as well. So I think it might be depend on the devices. I can't say for sure. So usually, what I would recommend is if you have the VSee application running in the background, you can kill the app from your device or from your mobile devices. Kill the app first, then try to make a video call again by clicking on the webcam icon. That might clear it up. Otherwise, you need to take a screenshot if you get any error messages, and then send it to our support team. Then we should be able to look at it and then maybe do a live troubleshooting session with you.
Okay. And then I have a question about how to use the group feature. So how can we how they turn on conference mode for their waiting room?
Oh yes, for that one, please email it to sales@vsee.com. Then we will take care of it for you.
Yeah, and I recommend don't call in because I think they're really backlogged with the phone calls right now. So email or the contact form is really the fastest way to get answered.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have another troubleshooting question. So on the calls when patients can't hear, although they can see, and they try to add
Mhm.
a phone call in to communicate with the patient, VSee
Mhm.
provides the call-in number but not the required PIN.
Mhm. Oh,
Um,
okay. Um, yeah, so if you don't know it, we have temporarily turned off the calling number. Maybe because of that, you don't see the PIN number anymore. Because because of the crisis that's going on right now, we have a like heavy usage on our server, and then we're trying to fix that server issue. So we really apologize for that. We are trying to expand our servers so that we can turn these features such as telephone dial-in services back again. But for now, that service is not available. Only the online video call is available because it's our priority right now.
okay. Okay. So here's a question. So this is from the provider side. So for the provider, when she goes into the waiting room to see
Mhm.
her patient, she's seeing the window that she's supposed to download something.
Mhm.
Is that right? Or what is she supposed to do when she sees that?
Download something as in download VSee or
Yeah, I think she's talking about the proceed to consultation or download install. She's seeing that.
I see, I see. So for that page, if you see that prompt asking you, is this your first time using VSee, install VSee? If it's your first time, please go ahead and install VSee. You cannot click proceed to consultation because you don't have the video calling software. So please go ahead and install VSee, download that, and then run the A/B test that I showed you earlier to make sure your devices are ready as well. Then you can make a video call. Yeah, we again, because of our server surge issue, we don't have the in-browser call anymore. We used to have it. So once the servers is stable again, we will turn on that in-browser video call. In that case, you don't need to install the video calling software. You just proceed to consultation and then get connected with your patient. That is very convenient. But right now, again, because of the server capacity issue, we turn it off.
Okay. And so also for patients, then
Mm-hmm.
do they have to install VSee then?
Yes,
And do they have to?
at this moment, because our in-browser video call is not available, you need to install VSee Messenger, which is a video calling software on your device. So please
Okay.
go ahead and install that first.
Yeah. Do they use a URL to install that?
Yes, everything that they need to do is just start with a URL. They just click on the URL, and then if they click on the enter waiting room, they will see the small window, a prompt asking first time user install VSee, or if you already have VSee, proceed to consultation. So they will see that prompt with two choices, and that if it's their first time, install VSee first.
Okay. And would you recommend starting with the basic VSee before moving on to enterprise features?
I will say that yes, because Basic VSee Clinic only have a virtual waiting room, so it's very simple and more kind of like a plane to play with first, and then to get comfortable with first. Then after that, if you are comfortable using the waiting room or how the workflow works, then you can add on the scheduling or online payment, e-prescription, all those fancy features. You can add it later on.
So is there a way to schedule patients ahead of time with the basic VSee clinic?
Basic VSee Clinic only has a virtual waiting room, so you cannot schedule with your patient inside VSee Clinic. But if you have your scheduling software, like any third-party scheduling software, then you can definitely, schedule it with your patient, and then just include the VSee Clinic URL inside your email appointment confirmation. But again, VSee Clinic has the optional feature scheduling, so we can turn it on for you.
Okay, and I know we're at the end of our time, but let me just finish with one more question. So
Yeah.
can
I think,
more than one,
how
yeah,
about we do it for another 5 or 10 minutes because we had so many technical
yeah,
difficulties. So I can stay a little bit longer.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to stay around, we'll stay for 5, 10 more minutes.
Yes.
Um, let's see. So we also have a question about can more than one provider use a single waiting room
Yes.
without
Mm-hmm.
having to pay for 2 separate waiting rooms?
Oh, that one, our business model is per provider per month. So it doesn't matter if you use a single waiting room or each provider has their own waiting room, it's the same price. The only difference is your use case. Because urgent care customers, they would like to have all the providers inside one single waiting room so that all the providers can monitor all the patients coming into the same place, and that they can take patients as they come in. And then other providers such as psychiatrists, they have their own patient, then they don't share their patient, then they have their own private waiting room for each provider.
Okay. But this is not a basic waiting room feature. I mean, basic VSee Clinic feature.
For which one? For which use case?
For multiple providers, for more than
All
one
right.
provider to use a
Yes.
single waiting room.
Yes.
Okay. How does this work with EMR scheduling software? Can this be integrated?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So for the VSee Clinic, the basic one is a self-service, right? You sign up from our website and then you can use it within minutes. But if you would like to integrate with your EMR system or any patient portals, we can definitely integrate with. We do have an API and an SDK to integrate with other third-party software, but it won't be like 2 days job, because we need to talk with your EMR system and they need to allow our software to integrate with their software. So definitely, detailed discussions need to be involved, and then we need to talk to them. We need to talk to you. We need to plan ahead. It might be kind of like a couple-month project, not just a couple days project. But we do have that option available for enterprise customers.
Okay, good. And I think you talked about this, but can patients see one another when they're in the waiting room?
No, patients cannot see each other inside the waiting room. They don't see each other. Even though if you call another patient by an accident, that's okay. They don't see each other. You will see like 2 patients in your video call, but they don't see each other. That's by default. We make the VSee video call one-to-one call.
Okay. Is there a normal turnaround time for customizing consent forms?
For the consent form, we should be able to do it within 3-4 business days. Usually we can do it like within 24 hours, but because like right now we have a lot of requests, and then that a lot of people switch to the online practice. That's why we have a lot of requests. So it might take 3 to 4 business days.
Okay. Let's see. I think those are most of our questions. Do you have any tips for if the patient only has audio but no video?
What kind of tip?
About how to, what can you do if your patient has audio but no video? So I think we talked a little bit about if you have
Mm-hmm.
chat but no video. But if
Yeah.
you have, yeah.
I think for that one, patients sometimes they are very camera shy, so they may mute their webcam and then just use the audio, or if they don't have a webcam, like some older versions of laptops, they don't have a built-in webcam. So in that case, they cannot use a webcam, just an audio. I'm not sure if I want to recommend anything. That's up to them if they are not comfortable opening their webcam. But for the providers, I do recommend to use your webcam and then open your video. Like to me, like it's very comforting to see my provider is as if it's like face-to-face consultation in his or her clinic.
Okay. Let me see. Any other questions? Oh, wait, here we go. We got a whole bunch more down here.
I think just a delay.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's a good question. So, so is the VSee Messenger, like some people, they've been using VSee Messenger, like just the VSee Messenger, the free VSee Messenger app for a while. And is this the same as the clinic VSee Messenger, or do you need to reinstall that?
Right. So for that one, let me see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so for VSee Clinic and VSee Messenger, those are two different products. So VSee Clinic is more like your workflow product. You have a virtual waiting room, you can add scheduling, you can add online payment, etc., etc. And to use a VSee Clinic, all you have to do is you just send your clinic URL to your patient, and then they just click on the link and then connect with you. And VSee Messenger, the video calling software, is part of the VSee Clinic. So if you pay for it, if you sign up for the VSee Clinic, VSee Messenger is included because you do need the video calling software right now. There's no other way to do the video call. So you need to download VSee Messenger before you can make a call. But if you only have VSee Messenger video calling software, that is like any video calling software, like FaceTime or Facebook Messenger. You need to create an account. You need to add each other into your address book and then make a call. So as a provider, if you only want to use a VSee Messenger, you need to give your email address, which is your user ID, to your patients, so that patients can add you into their VSee Messenger address book and then they can call you. So the downside for the VSee Messenger is that, for provider, you need to share your email address with your patients. And patients, once they add you in their address book, they can call you or chat with you anytime they need it. If you are totally fine with those two, cons, you can feel free to use a VSee Messenger just as a video calling software. Otherwise, VSee Clinic is a better one because you just send a link to a patient, then they get into your waiting room, and you are the one who initiates a video call. So if you know that this patient is in your waiting room, but the patient does not have an appointment with you, then you can just simply send a chat message saying, oh, this is not your appointment time. Do you want to reschedule or schedule at another time? Then you do not need to initiate a video call. So you have a little bit more control and more privacy using VSee Clinic.
Great. Then I have a question about group calling. Again, can you explain how to bring two people into a group call? Did we cover? Okay.
Yeah, so by default, VSee Clinic, there's no group call. Everything is one-to-one call, private call. So if you would like to do the group call, please let us know. Email it to sales@vsee.com. Then we need to turn on the conference mode for you.
Okay. Okay, so okay, so sorry, just a little bit more clarification about the messenger. So does the old VSee Messenger need to be deleted so they can start over? So I think the concern is, so if you have these clients in your current VSee Messenger,
Mhm.
is there anything you can do to take them off? I think that's the question.
I
Like, do you
see.
have to delete like, would deleting the old VSee Messenger and starting over,
Mhm.
would that be the
Mhm.
right solution?
Um, if you still wanna talk to your patients through your VSee Messenger, you can keep your VSee Messenger. Like we don't require to delete your old VSee Messenger because like when you sign up VSee Clinic, you can use your VSee Messenger email address. You can sign up with the same email address for the VSee Clinic because those VSee Messenger and the VSee Clinic login, they are the same. You can use the same email address and log into both products. That's fine. But if you want to like control which patients you can call, or if you don't want any patients to call you anymore inside the VSee Messenger, then I would definitely recommend deactivate that VSee Messenger account and then sign up to a VSee Clinic with a new email address.
Yeah. But I think that means you'll also have to update your VSee Clinic account. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have to, so if you're going to do that, you have to change both.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's so I think it's about 3:42 now.
Eastern time. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we're about 12 minutes over. So I just want to be respectful of everyone's time.
Mhm.
And so again, we just apologize for the issues that we've had, that we had with the technical issues that we had today. I'm not sure if I'm going to send out the recording for this particular webinar, but we will send a recorded training that we've done, onboarding training that we've done before with the same information.
Mhm.
And I just want to remind you that there is the billing that next week we will not be doing an onboarding training again, although we normally do those on Thursday. So next week is a special guest speaker on billing and coding for telemedicine. And I think I forgot to give you the link for that, but that link will also be in the follow-up email.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
So
you so much, everyone, for staying
yeah,
with us this long.
yes.
We totally apologize for this.
Yeah, so please stay safe and have a great rest of your day.
Yep. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.